Uh-oh, now you up in the club again. Uh-oh, brown stuff in my cup again. Uh-oh, and it's up and it's stuck again. And it's stuck again. Going up again. Uh-oh, having trouble getting up again. Getting knocked down, but I'm getting up again. Uh-oh, yeah. Uh-oh, if I get knocked down, I'ma make it look good. Yeah, you got good looks, but you're not a good look, baby. Can't teach this sauce in the cookbook. Yeah, you gotta fall down when you should. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Uh-oh, like the rent's going up again. Uh-oh, calling you when I'm drunk again. Uh-oh, I'm numb again, if anyone wondering. Took 2 shots, now I feel better. I made you, then I made you better. I got knocked down, but I always get up.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Off the Bat. I am Hefe Picks. We got BBB in the building. We got Alpha Dog in the building. This show is sponsored by the ATS Spot, and we got a whole lot of MLB today going on. Fellas, how we doing? Happy Tuesday.
Little weird here for us. Haven't got to catch up with Hefe this morning. Good to see you, my friend. BBB, how are you today? We have a full slate. A lot of good stuff going on. NHL playoffs in full effect. NBA playoffs getting pretty interesting. And MLB's got some awesome games today. Excited to get into it.
Yeah, the sports world is kind of in a full swing right now. We're getting a lot of the best on both sports in the NHL and the NBA. And then MLB, we got a beautiful slate today. So I'm excited to dive into this.
Yeah, guys, anything so before we get into today's slate, anything that stood out to you from yesterday's?
Just more basketball than baseball. To me, the Yankees continue to get it done. It's been awesome to see. They've moved it up to 10 in a row. The Mets had a disappointing loss yesterday. They definitely should have won that game, but they choked that one pretty hard. Those are the big takeaways I had from the slate. BB, what'd you take away from yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday's MLB slate, I had 2 first 5 money lines push, so nothing really crazy. No harm, no foul. No, not a winner, not a loser. It's one of those, okay, we'll take it. But today, I got a lot of spots I like today, and I'm excited to dive into some of these games. And as always, if there's any games we don't cover, just leave a comment. Let us know. We can give you a little insight on something for you guys.
We're monitoring, as always.
All right, guys. All right, well, let's start off. We got only one day game today. It's the first half of a doubleheader. Mets and the Braves. Braves got the better of the Mets last night, winning 5-2 in New York. Today, I'll say for game one, we have Carrasco and Morton on the mound. Morton with the 7.00 ERA, Carrasco 4.09, coming in with a 1-1, Morton 1-2. Alpha, what do you like in this one?
Man, this is a pitching matchup that's had some disappointment this year. Charlie Morton's supposed to be one of their better pitchers, and he surely has not been. He's 1-2 with a 7 ERA, like Hefe said. In 18 innings of work, he's given up 21 hits, 11 walks, and 3 home runs. He's been absolutely atrocious. He's been getting hit in every single start. Carrasco, on the other hand, had a rough last outing, but was pretty good his prior outings before that. He's coming in at 1-1 on the year with a 4.09 ERA. In 22 innings of work, he's given up 17 hits, 4 walks, and 2 homers. So he has kept the hits, walks, and homers under control. It was just really 1 or 2 bad innings that he had last outing. I like the Mets here, guys. I know they got the loss yesterday. I think they bounced back in game 1 in this spot. You get that at a -115. That's the play I have on this game. BBB, any action?
Yeah, for me, I'm laying off the day game today. There's nothing that really, pulls me into this one. If this wasn't a day game, I wouldn't have a play on it, so I'm not going to force any action. We've talked about that before on this show, Hefe and I. That sometimes you just got to lay off the day game. I know everyone wants to blow, or wants to hammer it because it's the only thing on during the day. But I'm going to lay off on this. There's a lot of good spots tonight.
Yeah, BB, I preach that notion. If you're on the day game only because it's the day game, don't bet on the day game. If you wouldn't bet on the game if it's at 7 o'clock, then don't bet on it. And that's exactly how I feel about this game. I also love to see how the first game goes in terms of doubleheaders, because you can always find some value in the second game. And today,
what do you like to do? What do you like to do? Let's say the Mets beat the Braves in the first one. Going to the second game, does that make you more inclined to take the Braves? We know how statistically, historically, doubleheaders usually do split. That's how the
Yes.
average is. So do you like to find that in
It's
flip?
exactly how I feel. And to be honest with you, I this is my first time. I did not, full disclosure, have not looked at game 2 until right the second. And now that I see who's starting for the Braves, they're their best pitcher and Wright, 3-0, 1.13 ERA over 24 innings pitched. Mets have Peterson going. It would make sense for Mets to win the first one, Braves to win the second one. But you know what? It never works out that way.
It's never what you think. It's never what you think like that.
So it's definitely a situation here where I could see the Braves winning the first one, the Mets winning the second one. So that's what I got to lay off.
I respect it. I respect it.
What do we got next?
The chat. Wait, quick shout to
sorry.
the chat comments. We have our boy Cash King. He was one of our guests last week. We appreciate you tuning in, brother. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, brother. We're gonna have you on soon again.
Absolutely, great to have on.
Padres, what do we got next? Padres and Guardians. This one has a great little side note to it. Clevenger making his debut back, I guess, for the first time facing the Guardians, but he left them when they were the Indians. He got injured. He hasn't played in like multiple years. This is his first start in a while, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to back him. I think this is an emotional game for him. To have your first game this season, be back against your old team. They parted ways in a really bad way. I can't really remember the details.
He was traded from the.
Yeah, but it was a weird.
Yeah, they got in trouble for going out during COVID. It was him and I actually think it was Plesac who's pitching for Cleveland still. I think they kept Plesac dipped out.
Exactly. It was a little bit of a
Clevenger.
situation there. It was like a sour ending there and then he gets injured in San Diego, I believe. Really doesn't have that many opportunities to start. And here he is making a season debut against the Guardians now. And I'm taking the Padres. I'm going to back Clevenger here. They haven't seen him in a while. He hasn't pitched in a while, and I think he can come out with some interesting stuff. So I'm gonna back the Pods in this one.
Yeah, I respect that. I'm laying off because of all the question marks. He hasn't been there forever, so I am good on that. So I'm gonna lay off this game. BBB, any action?
Yeah, I like the Guardians in this one. I think him being off for so long is a good reason to fade him in this spot. Honestly, I think it's a good spot for the Guardians to rock Clevenger. Like you said, hasn't pitched since like 2020, and he also gets the Guardians who have the highest OPS against righties. I think that also him playing for that team in the past. I'm sure they have some kind of edge. They know somewhat about his tendencies and stuff. I'm sure some of it's changed as well, but. Like I said, the highest OPS against righties. I think getting them as a dog in this game is definitely some value in that one.
For sure.
Sorry, guys, having an allergic attack over here. Next game we got on the mound, Angels and the Red Sox. This matchup, we see Syndergaard and Waka. Fantastic pitching matchup. And this one, Angels playing solid baseball as of late. Winners of 3 of their last 2. Sox can't string together wins. They lose 2 out of 3 against the Orioles. That can't happen. But the Sox actually do have a good record as an underdog, 8-4 this year, and they find themselves as a rare home dog today in Fenway. 2 good pitchers. BBB, what do we think?
Yeah, I'm just not convinced that Michael Wacha is a good pitcher, if we're being honest here. I think this is
agree
a great
100%.
spot to back Noah Syndergaard and the Hot Angels. They've been smacking literally every type of pitching they see, and I think this is where we see Michael Wacha kind of get some regression here. I love the Angels today. I think they knock around Wacha here, and Wacha gets a little bit of regression, and we see the Angels bats pick it back up today. I love the Angels. Alpha?
I'm in the same exact boat with you are. I love the Angels. They've been off the last couple days, but I think it's a great fade spot of the Red Sox who have not been strong at home. I think Michael Wacha's been pitching a little bit better than he actually is. I do not think he's a quality starter. And give me Noah Syndergaard, who's yet to lose a start pitching for the Angels. He's 2-0 with a 2.12 ERA. He's been outstanding. So I am going to be taking the Angels, one of my favorite plays today.
I'm right there with you guys. I like the Angels. I think Syndergaard has been pitching a lot better than Wacha. I think you're getting the Angels at a lower price because of the respect that Wacha has. He has a better ERA than Syndergaard, 1.77 compared to 2.12. And the Angels also played a day game yesterday, so that's to keep in mind. That it was a travel day for them, so I guess that's why you're getting them at a little bit of a good price. But I'm taking the Angels. I don't think it's a fake line at all. I think it's right where it should be. All right, guys, what do we got? The Yankees and the Blue Jays, also known as the best team in the major leagues, winners of 10 in a row. Torres came clutch last night in the top of the ninth to get him a 3-2 win. Banged in a single to break a 2-2 tie. But today, the Yankees probably face their toughest matchup in their last 10 games, which they've won each of them. Once again, they're on a 10-game winning streak. I'll continue to say that. It's Tyone versus Manoah. And Manoah is 4-0 on the year, 1.44 ERA, 0.88 whip across 25 innings pitched. He is flat out one of the best pitchers right now, record-wise, ERA-wise, all that. Tyone, middle of the pack, 101, 3.26 ERA across 19 innings pitched. But the Yankees are finding ways to win. Listen, the Jays do not do good as the run-line favorite. 4-12 this year. I'm the run-line favorite. They live in winning one-run games. But this is scary. This is a scary game, and I'll start off with you, Alpha. Do the Yankees win 11 in a row?
1 sec. Let me get my retweet loaded here. Perfect. Yankees, Jays, boys. Yankees coming in off 10 in a row, as you said. They've been unbelievable. They're dogs tonight. The only problem is the Yankees have not hit Alek Manoah in his career. I believe it's his second. This is the second year in the majors. I don't know if they've ever gotten a win off him. Seems like every time he pitches off the Yankees, he gets the win and does a fantastic job. We have Tyone going tonight, who everyone knows Tyone pitches to contact, and it's a little scary pitching to contact to the Blue Jays lineup when they have a guy like Manoah on the hill. I am laying off this one. This is the first one I'm not playing in a while, but I am definitely laying off the Yanks in the spot. I am afraid that tonight may be the end of the streak at 10. BBB, what you like in this one?
Yeah, it's tough to fade a team that's on a 5-game or on a 10-game winning streak. So that I'm not going to do that. I'm going to fade them in the first 5. I like Manoah to come out and, like you said, you kind of broke it down perfectly. Yankees pitcher pitches to contact. Manoah's kind of own the Yankees. You don't want to fade a team that's on a 10-game win streak, but I think they can at least keep it. First 5 money line. I think that Manoah can hold it down in the first half of this game, and hopefully have a lead after 5.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Alpha. I think this might be the end of the win streak here. I gotta respect Manoah. I gotta respect what he's done this year, what he's done in his career versus the Yankees. The type pitcher he is. The other side, I gotta kind of understand who Tyone is, understand who the Blue Jays bats are. They hit for contact, and Tyone pitches for contact. This might be a bad matchup here. So I'm laying off because I can't put my money on the Jays, and I fear that this might be the end for the Yankees. I wish I can get the run line for the Yankees at a not minus 200, but I guess that's,
I agree.
That if that was like a doable juice, like I would even take that at minus 150 if I could have got that, because I think the Yankees lose, but I think they lose a close one tonight in Toronto. What do we got next? White Sox and the Cubs, little in-town rivalry, South Side, North Side action. Kopech and Smiley on the mound in Wrigley tonight. The Sox are favored, as they should be, guys. And I'll start this one off. I like the White Sox here. I really like the White Sox here. So 2-game series are starting off for the Cubs. I know that the White Sox have been struggling. They split the series with the Angels, but I will say I like Kopech. I like how he pitches. Sox play, even though they played last night during the day, and this is so-called a travel game, they're just traveling to the other side of the city, so I'm not really worried about that. And I'm going to roll with the Sox here. I think their lineup gets a little better. Like the average, if you look at their lineup up and down, players like Jose Abreu, players like Yasmani Grandal, they're batting like low 200s. In Grandal's case, he's batting in the high 100s. They're going to figure it out. They're better batters than that on average, and I think today they're going to get the best of Drew Smiley. I'm taking the White Sox on the money line, minus 130 odds.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I like him on the first 5. I'm taking him first 5 minus 0.5. That's sitting at plus 110. I love the value you're getting there. The White Sox, they mash left-handed pitching. I think Drew Smiley could be in for a long one here. I think these White Sox bats are due to get going. Like you said, some of the guys have not even really gotten to full strength, and we've seen them, explode on some of these games. So I think they're due. I think this is a prime candidate for it to happen too. Wrigley Field can be a hitter's park sometimes, depending on which way the wind's going. And I think that I think we see them, really light up the scoreboard today. So I like for them to get to them early. I love that we're getting that at plus money. I think that they jump on them early here. Alpha, what do you got?
I'm on the over in this spot, guys. I think it's a perfect opportunity to get the over 6.5 at a -110. It's such a low total. So I will definitely be taking the over here. Kopech's been good, but I think Drew Smyly finally does get hit a little bit in Chicago tonight. And it could be a hitter's park. Give me the over. I think we see this one sail early over the total.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that too, actually. I think an overplay favors the White Sox too. I see their bats waking up today and doing what they have to do to get it done. All right, guys, 2 more games on the slate for today. We're going to go over second to last. We got BBB's Cardinals with the Royals. So what are we thinking here, guys? It's a Hudson Keller matchup. BBB, hometown Cardinal fan. What do you think?
Yeah, this is a layoff spot for me. It's not a spot that I love for the Cardinals. I do like Dakota Hudson. I think he's a good pitcher. But, both teams traveling yesterday all the way back to Kansas City. It's not super far, but, this is like a rivalry. It's in the same state. They're in different divisions, like conferences, even like one AL and NL. But I just don't. I don't see too much value on the Cardinals in this one. I don't think there's that much value with either team, to be honest. So this is a layoff spot for me.
I agree 100%. There's a layoff spot for me. I have not been able to get the Cardinals games right in the last week. I had them right all beginning half of the year. Last week, I've been getting every single Cardinals read wrong. If I played an under, it's gone over. If I played the Cardinals, it's been the other team. If I played the other team, it's the Cardinals. I'm laying off the Cardinals right now.
That's I also feel like this is a sketchy line. Only -120. I definitely think there's some value here on the Royals today. Actually, if I'm a Cardinals backer, I'm laying off. I'm just hoping that they win here. Because I think this line is a little bit sketchy with the Cardinals being such at a favorable price.
I agree. Let's keep it moving, boys.
Last game of the night, we got San Fran and the Dodgers. Giants throwing out their best pitcher, Rodon, 3-0, 1.17 ERA across 23 innings pitched. And the Dodgers throwing out Urias, 1-1, 2.5 ERA. Guys, I'll start this one off. I think this is a great spot for the Giants. I'm actually going to take them. At first, I was on the first 5, but I'm going to take them on the full game here. Rodon has been one of the best pitchers, the best pitcher on San Fran. I think he acquired the bats, and I think he can get it done. He can get the Giants at really good value at plus money. Giants are also 8-3 this year away from San Fran as they are tonight in LA. And LA has kind of fell into like a little, not that they've been playing bad, but they lose 2 to Arizona. They should sweep the Tigers. They lose 1 there. So I think the Giants get the best of them tonight. And catch them at a good time.
I am all over the Giants tonight. Plus 130 odds with Rodon against Urias. I'm not a big Urias backer. I do not think he's a great pitcher. On the other end, I do think Rodon is a great pitcher, and I think it's a good spot for the Giants here. Give me the Giants as the dogs, plus 130.
I definitely think Urias is a good pitcher. I think he's a dominant pitcher, but I don't have a play on this game.
I don't. I'm not a
I just had to have.
guy.
I think this is the one I'm going to sit back and enjoy. We got 2 great pitchers, in my opinion, not just one.
Do you
and
think he's a top 2 pitcher for that? You think he's a top 2?
Well, it's tough to be a top 2 pitcher in the Dodgers when their whole top 5 could be a starter on every other team.
Well, I mean, yeah, but if you're going off their starting bullpen, you think Urias is one of their quality starters after everything they have?
Yes. I think he's a great
pitcher. You say so.
He's got a 2.5 ERA, and that's like a bad year for him.
He's done very good this year. What's his career ERA?
He's a great pitcher.
Definitely not a great pitcher.
All right, guys. With that being said, let's take it to our favorite segment of the show, Best Bets. Alpha, start it off.
Let's take it away, boys. Best bets. Cole to Higashioka, Yankee style. I'm on the Giants, guys. Plus 130 money line is my favorite play today. A little dog action. I think we're going to cash that one pretty early. My second best bet is the White Sox Cubbies over the 6.5 at minus 112. And my third and final best bet is going to be the Angels with Syndergaard on the Hill minus 120.
BBB.
I like it. My first best bet is one that's probably going to scare a lot of you guys. We didn't get to cover it, but I got the Reds first 5 money line. I got in on this early. I got in on this early at 225. I think it's still around plus 200. But guys, Molly on the road. That's all I can say. And then it's going up against the Brewers bats that can definitely, go cold at any moment.
They are 3-9.
No, guys, you know what's great about first five? It doesn't show up on their 3-19 record. All right. I've only bet the Reds one other time in this awful season, and it was first five, and they won for me there too. They've been great. I've been great at getting them. Here we go. It's going to be Reds first five money line. Book it. You can see me at the cash counter. If you fade me, I'll see you over at the corner ripping up your ticket. All right. And then next up, we're going to have the Angels money on line. I love that spot. We broke that down. And then last but not least, Blue Jays first five money line as well. Reds, baby. Hefe, go ahead and tell me what you got.
I feel like I shouldn't even do a best bets. We should just end the show right after you said Reds.
Reds first five. We'll see who's laughing tomorrow, Hefe.
Oh, man. White Sox money line, Padres money line, and the Giants money line are my three plays. Going to take 2 faves, 1 dog here. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to Off the Bat, sponsored by the ATS Spot. We will be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Look out for Off the Bounce in a little over 4 hours here. Another 2 huge game 2s tonight in the NBA. We'll go over the 2 game 1s that happened last night. Maybe even sprinkle a little Stanley Cup playoffs towards the end. You never know what you're going to get with us. We will see you for Off the Bat, same time, same place tomorrow. Off the Bounce, 4 hours. Peace!